On December 9th of the 2021 Game Awards, Guerrilla Games gave us its latest trailer of Horizon Forbidden West. First, let me say, for only being a little more than a minute long, it did not disappoint. And I think it's official. The hype train has absolutely left the station. So, let's dive into the insanity that we can expect from Horizon Forbidden West. First, the familiar. Several machines that we've seen before made an appearance in this gameplay trailer, specifically the Tremor Tusk, Tallneck, Sunwing, and Clawstriders. Though we first saw the Shellsnapper in the initial release trailer for Forbidden West, and then in the Sunhawk arc of the Horizon Zero Dawn comic series, this is the first time we've seen it in real time. For a machine we know can lie dormant for days and even weeks, this combat class Goliath can really move when it needs to, covering a scary amount of distance in no time flat. We also caught glimpses of other capabilities it has in the comics, and if these transfer over into the game, these will be quite difficult to handle, especially if they catch you off guard. Next, let's talk about the Tide Ripper. From what we can see, this machine dwarfs Aloy in the water, harkening back to that feeling when we faced down our first Thunderjaw. We can confirm from Guerrilla's Twitter account that this is a large acquisition machine that filters sediment for resources. Whether on land or in water, it's guaranteed to deliver devastating attacks. This is definitely our first real look at this machine, but we may have actually caught our first glimpse during the state of play on Forbidden West back in May of this year. In the shallows of the settlement of Tide's Reach, we catch a glimpse of a machine with a similar profile as to what we see here. Affectionately named Nessie by the community, it might become a little less endearing when we have to face this thing down ourselves. Next, we have the Ankylosaurus-style machines, but with a very literal spin. Heavily armored, blazed capabilities, and a weaponized tail. But that's not all. Put all of this together, compressed into a dinosaur-sized cannonball that can crush you and propel itself high into the air to continue to give chase. Tramplers better step up their game. As far as machine classification, this strikes me as a transport class machine. As we catch a view of the underbelly, you can notice a component resembling a cargo hold. This would be wise design placement, as these machines can also protect their cargo by retreating into their protective shell, keeping resources out of harm's way. Next, let's take a look at the monkeys. Appearing to attack in groups, they are quite agile and melee focused. Jumping, climbing, and lunging at Aloy, she evades the onslaught. Classification, for me, I'd say either Recon or Combat class, judging by their size and capabilities thus far. I'll be very interested in seeing what strategy will end up being the best to deal with these things. Glinthawks may have just been replaced as the biggest pests in the Horizon universe. Last but certainly not least is the Cobra. In my mind, this is the most impressive of the new machines revealed in the trailer. Massive fangs and what looks like shock-based weaponry could be deadly not only up close, but at range, as we see nodes of electrical energy being launched from its hood, akin to what we know from the Stormbird. Classification, I'm gonna have to go out on a limb here and say Combat class, as this thing has Hunter-Killer written all over it. Hephaestus, you have really outdone yourself this time. Though not shown in this trailer, we did get a better look at the Burrower first revealed in the state of play in this latest PlayStation blog. Both able to traverse land and sea, these little fellas might be Watchers 2.0. In that vein, I have to go with the Recon class here, as they just share so much design-wise with the Watcher. Beyond machines, we saw a slew of new outfits and weapons. Some are returning like the Karja Blazon, what looks like Karja Silks, along with the Utaru set we've seen as well. Newcomers include Tenakth gear, potentially different clan variants, and what struck me as a more sleek Karja design when battling the Shellsnapper. Weapons-wise, there are a few new offerings. Multiple small blast bombs able to be thrown simultaneously, hovering mines similar to what we find on the Scorcher but now available to Aloy, and what appears to be an explosive arrow ammunition. All new tools we'll need in order to face down these new and terrifying threats this mysterious region has to offer. Now, I've played quite a bit of Horizon. And for the first time covering the clues and reveals for Forbidden West, this trailer truly left me feeling like everything I've come to know is about to change. New machines, new rules, and I can't wait. And that brings our journey to an end. If you'd like to see more content like this, likes and shares are always appreciated, and if you're hungry for more Horizon lore and Forbidden West updates, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring that bell. Also consider supporting the channel on Patreon, so we can keep making content just like this. Check out the link in the description. And as always, thanks for watching, and keep questing.